Could have that card ended in a worse way? I think no, but we'll get to that. First, we got to talk about the prelims. Now, I think I got three of these predictions right. It was not a good day for me on predictions, but anyway, let's go to some early prelim decisions. First, we have Mizuki defeating Jacqueline Amarim 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28. I had it 29-28. I had it for Mizuki. Mizuki did a lot more than Amarim, and Amarim's 10 finishes means nothing if you just go to decision. So let's go. Let's go top right with Mitch Raposo and Azat Maxim. Uh, Raposo, one of the biggest underdogs on the card, and he gets it done via decision 30-26, 29-27, and 29-27. Now, there was a point deduction for Maxim, so that's why I had it 29-27. Raposo lost the first round but came back stronger in the second and third round and won both of those. And then we have Hamdi Adel-Wahab defeating Chris Barnett via unanimous decision 29-26, 29-27, and 29-27. I had it 29-27. Hamdi did have a point deduction also. I feel like there was a lot of illegal shots, but that's every UFC card nowadays. But Hamdi gets a decision win again, and Barnett loses again. Honestly, Chris Barnett might be done in the UFC. He's just not even looking like a good fighter anymore. It was honestly kind of sad watching it. But hey, let's go to two more decisions. Now we're gonna go bottom right to start with Ikram Aliskerov beating Jun-Young Park 30-27 very clearly. Even though Ikram got very tired in that third round, the Iron Turtle couldn't do anything to beat him. Ikram relied more on his wrestling than his striking in this fight, and he gets the decision. Not much to say. He didn't impress me as much as I thought he would, but he still gets the dub. And then in the top left, we have Nathaniel Wood defeating Jose Delgado via unanimous decision. All three judges had it 29-28. Now, I did not have it 29-28. I had it Jose Delgado 29-28. I kind of see how Wood won the third round, but at the same time, I don't. I'm not calling it a robbery because it was a close fight, but I just feel like Delgado got this done, and they gave it to Wood, which there's another fight later in the card that I disagree with the decision, but hey, isn't that every UFC card? But let's go to Fight of the Night, the patented war slide that I'm going to have on every PowerPoint when I do a UFC numbered review. And this time it's Ludovic Klein versus Mateusz Rebecki. Klein gets it done via majority decision. One judge had it 29-28, the other 28-27, and 28-28. Klein, he gets it done. I was pretty much correct about his striking. I had it 29-28, Klein. And I'm pretty sure Klein injured himself in round 3. That's why I have the funny picture of him sitting on the stool celebrating, because he still won the fight, but just on the ground, he couldn't really do anything. Now, this fight was super bloody, which there was blood on the canvas all night because of Mateusz Rebecki. So this fight was a war. Definitely fight of the night. I hope both of these guys got 50K. But speaking of 50K, I mean, first round finishes. These guys definitely deserve 50K for this. Walter Walker getting his 4th heel hook in a row in the first round against Louis Sutherland. He's a beast. Give him a top 10 opponent at least next time. And then you have Quinlan Salkid defeating Nasrat Haqparast. First round head kick. Quinlan threw one of the best head kicks I've seen in a while and literally put Haqparast out. So, like, he was out. Like, they had to roll him over. He was that out. It was honestly scary. But Haqparast, he recovered and everything. And Salkalid, give him a ranked opponent next. I mean, 10 wins in a row. And he's 10-1. So, it's kind of crazy. He's basically undefeated. But those were the prelims. Now, let's look at the main card. Now, the main card was very hype and very disappointing at the same time, but we'll get onto it. Let's go to the first fight, which was Alexander Rakic versus Azamat Murzakanov. And Azamat hit him with like Rakic kind of blitzed in a little bit. Azamat throws an elbow or some sort of strike. I didn't even see the strike. And just it knocks out Rakic badly. Azamat hits him with the final strike, and the ref was already stopping it after the elbow. So Azamat Murzakanov keeps his O and knocks out Rakic in round 1. Let's go to the next fight, which is Alexander Volkov defeating Jailton Almeida. Now this is a robbery, but it's a robbery I'm okay with because Jailton Almeida did nothing in this fight. But he just had so much control that I thought he won the rounds. But I'm glad that they don't care if you just hug the guy. That it was a good. I'm glad that there's improvement from the judges. So Volkov, he gets robbed in his last fight, and then maybe gets a robbery win here. So maybe righting the wrongs. But two judges had it 29-28 Volkov. The other one had it 29-28 Almeida. So I personally had it 29-28 Almeida. So I disagree with the win for Volkov, but I'm glad he got his win back. Let's go to a bantamweight bout that I was completely wrong about. Umar Nurmagomedov defeating Mario Bautista. All three judges saw it 30-27. That's also how I saw it. I mean, I was just completely wrong about this fight because I thought he was going to be super boring. But man, these two were trying to win the entire fight. I mean, you see in the top left how Batista was literally cranking Umar's foot, and Umar just keeps sprawling and gets out of it. I mean, that was in the first round, and then these guys went on for another 2 rounds just going at it. It was great. I mean, obviously there was a lot of wrestling in this fight, but I enjoyed this fight. Honestly, probably my third favorite fight of the night, but I was wrong. So I apologize to Mario Bautista and Umar Nurmagomedov. I'm looking forward to their next fight now because these two showed out. Let's go to a championship fight and new. Mackenzie Dern becomes women's strawweight champion, defeating Verna Jandiroba. I was also wrong about this fight, but Mackenzie Dern gets it done, unanimous decision, 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46. I personally had it 48-47 for Mackenzie Dern, and Mackenzie Dern finally becomes UFC champion. It just feels like one of those things that should have happened. She brings her kid in to celebrate. It was really cool, really fun celebration, and I'm glad that there was no shenanigans on the scorecards. I'm glad that Mackenzie Dern won this fight. But now, the main talking point of this video, Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane for the undisputed heavyweight title ends in a no contest after an unintentional double eye poke. So obviously you see at the top, Ciryl Gane is literally knuckle deep in that eye. Aspinall can't see anything from his right eye, and Herzog has to stop it. Unfortunate. I hope that they run it back like soon. Like just like in a few months, let Tom's eye recover and then just have them fight again. But so disappointing. And the crowd was booing Tom Aspinall, and he clapped back at them like, "What do you want me to do?" Like he literally like double eye poked me, and I can't see. Like, what do you want me to do? So the crowd was honestly kind of dumb for booing Tom Aspinall. I understand that it's disappointing, but you can't get mad at the guy for Ciryl Gane doing something illegal. And it was super unintentional. Aspinall threw a leg kick, and Gane kind of just put his hand out, and John Jones Tom Aspinall, which is kind of funny. It's ironic. It sucks. This fight just, man, Gane was busting up Aspinall's nose too. That's what was kind of crazy. He was on his way to winning round 1 and probably going on to be Tom Aspinall's longest fight, and then this happens, and it was disappointing. So run it back as soon as you can, and Tom Aspinall and Gane. Hopefully we'll get a winner that time. But that is UFC 321. It was overall not as good as 320 in my opinion. The ending just really just doesn't sit right. But that's the card. A few finishes also on this card, and I'm looking forward to 322. I think it's going to be a better card than 320 and 321. So, yeah. Get ready for my predictions and review for that in a couple of weeks. But tonight we got Halloween Havoc, and that'll be coming out pretty soon after this one comes out. A few hours after, but you know what I mean. And that's it.